Hi class, today we're going to look at the enzyme catalase. Catalase is an important enzyme for aerobes. Aerobes are going to grow in the presence of oxygen, and when they grow in the presence of oxygen they can form peroxides. The peroxides are toxic and they are considered oxygen-free radicals and they damage the cell. Well, facultative anaerobes also grow in the presence of oxygen a little bit better than without oxygen, so they also can benefit by this enzyme catalase or a similar one. And we're going to test the presence of catalase enzyme by putting a little bit of hydrogen peroxide that you get from the pharmacy or even a grocery store in the first aid supplies. So we're going to use 3% hydrogen peroxide, and we just put a drop on a little bit of a speck of a colony that we've touched down onto a slide. If it bubbles, even if it takes 30 seconds to bubble and it's not really vigorous, it will be showing that there is this hydrogen peroxide. So I'll inoculate these cells lines into the slide, and so I'll just take a little bit of my cell and put a dot of it, touch it to the slide, and then I'll come back and put peroxide on it. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll come back and add the peroxide and see what the results are. Okay, we're gonna finish up the catalase. So I'm going to put hydrogen peroxide. What you're seeing is I have the cells on the slides. You can't hardly see a spot. You can see a little bit on this one, but it doesn't take much. You just have to have a little speck of it. Alright, so we're going to go along and put drops of peroxide, and then you're going to look for them to fizz. Okay, looks like they're all fizzing. 1 is fizzing, 3 is fizzing, 4 is a tiny fizzing, 5 fizzing, 6 has a little bit of bubbles right there, 7 bubbles, 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 10 bubbles, 11 bubbles, 12 bubbles, and 841 Bravo has bubbles. Okay. Okay, I'm putting a little bit more on number 6, and just to verify, because there's not much bubbles, but it is bubbling now. All right, so those are all positive for catalase. Some of them bubble a little more vigorously, some of them just bubble slowly, but the fact that they do have bubbles formed, that means they have the enzyme catalase and it's breaking the peroxides in hydrogen peroxide back into gas form. And so that's a good, quick way to help in identifying bacteria is to do the catalase test. That should be it. Thanks. Here's the list for the bacteria. So number 1 is E. coli K12, 3 is Bacillus subtilis, 4 Enterobacter cloceae, number 5 Enterobacter aerogenes, number 6 Bacillus megaterium, number 7 Micrococcus luteus, 8 Yersinia aurantica, 9 Aromonas sobria, 10 is Serratia marcescens D1, 11 Micrococcus roseus, 12 Rhodococcus rhodocris, and 841 Bravo is our unknown.